Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer and I'm playing Europa Universalis. Still the second turn of the Third Age, and very bad news for Austria. They've been attacked by the Spanish. Conflict grew over the cities here in Lombardy, where the Spanish also had a claim, and yeah, the Austrians are not really capable of defending themselves. They have very few troops, couple of mercenaries, while the Spanish army is obviously massive. And in addition to that, the Austrians don't have a lot of cubes left. So they're gonna pass now very soon, I guess. So yeah, it's bad times for Austria. But they're still in the lead by, I don't know, kind of like 20 points or something. So maybe it's enough to survive the last age leading the pack. But I don't know. It's going to be tough, I assume. The other countries were mainly busy repairing the damage they took from the volatile cost fluctuation event card. They had to bring up their stability again, and well, they couldn't afford a lot of recruitment mainly, and therefore not a lot of military operations were going on. We've seen some trade to get a bit money into their treasury. That's pretty much it. The Poles are trying to delay their passing. They have still a lot of military cubes, but don't really know what to do with them. And there's the Russian imperial expansion waiting here. But yeah, there's not a lot they can do anymore. I mean, they could spend military cubes just to move the army around, wait till the end of the turn, and then fight possible rebels from the Russians. But yeah, this is all not very appealing. I don't know what to do here. The other option I have is I could spend a couple of cubes. I got 8, which is ridiculous, and I will gain 6 if this guy survives. So I might as well simply spend a couple of cubes to research, for example, the tertiaries or janissaries, and I mean that would at least give me a couple of points. So maybe that is something I would do. I'm really thinking about that. It kind of seems to make sense. Or I just burn through these cubes step by steps for nothing, just to buy me some time. The other option would be going more into depth and attacking Estonia and Lithuania. But I would need definitely a cannon to do that. I mean, it is an option. But I don't want to, I think I don't want to. It's just too expensive. I don't know. I think what I can do is I simply can spend a cube. So I get that thing back, I guess, and simply move down here and try to destroy this rebel. That doesn't cost me anything because I get the cube back. I might lose a unit, but that's not so bad. It buys me another turn. So I was successful with my attack. And yeah, I'm going to lose a unit, but that isn't so terrible. And I got rid of the rebel, and I get the cube back, and I don't know. So, and then it's the Turks. Now they recruited an army and they will actually now attack Rhodes. So they will declare war against Rhodes, and that will trigger a naval battle. Got a couple of ships here, so let's see. I will attack, and that was no success, which sucks. So that will cost me probably a ship. Yeah, so I lose a ship, and I will probably lose another one now. So this time I did a hit, but they will fight back. And yeah, they also... So that shit did cost me 2 ships. That was not good at all. So I'm gonna lose these 2. That was too expensive. Okay. That's it. I get my cube back. But yeah, I should have destroyed the navy, the enemy navy after the first roll. That was unlucky. Okay, so now we are at war with Rhodes. The rest shouldn't be too hard. I mean, they only have a single unit to defend themselves. So I think the English want to mess with the French. We have here the English Civil War. We got 4 bucks on this card. They can gain 2 military cubes if they trigger this. They could gain a diplomacy cubes if they avoid the war, but it's not... I don't know. I don't know if it's that appealing. I'm going to roll a die. On a 1 to 4, I'm going to take the military cubes. Okay, I'm not. So there is no English Civil War, actually. So I'm going to take the event. It's 4 bucks, which is pretty good. I'm going to take the diplomacy instead. And yeah, so English Civil War, but yield to Parliament. England loses 2 victory points, 2 admin, and 3 military. That is pretty much everything they have here. Horrible for them. So this is really, really painful, but kind of maybe better. Must disband 4 units. So I guess they gotta get rid of these. I'm not sure, but I think so. What disbanding? Let me see. Do they lose another 2 bucks? Because they could only disband 3? I don't know, maybe. Yeah, well, I don't think they actually lose money or something in addition to that, because I think this is something that happens when you have to roll the rebel dice. If you cannot pay if you cannot pay the result in cubes, or if you cannot, I don't know, exhaust units or something, then you have to pay two ducats. But I don't think this is necessarily the case here. And then the French get a diplomacy cube, which is also fine for them. I mean, that allows them to do maybe to do more naval actions and stuff, but I don't know. It seems like they would have preferred the military, but okay, that's why I said a 1 to 4. So, but no, I don't know. It's really not that great for them. I don't know. Yeah, but anyway, I rolled the die and that's the result. Okay, and then we have a new king here. Now that king is clearly not as good as this random lady here. So I think I'm going to keep Margarete of England. And I don't take this guy. Okay. So the English took their event. And that's a little weird. There's still 3 left. Does that make sense? No, there should be only 2 left. Shit. The Turks triggered the cost fluctuation. I'm not sure anymore, but I think that's what happened. Okay, so now we draw the last card here. And that is, good lord, Khmelnytsky Uprising. That is a Polish card. Another one. That's tough. So they have the Russian expansion and this one. That could be really bad news. Crush them. Place a rebel for each city belonging to a non-Orthodox realm in eastern Ukraine, western Ukraine, Moldavia and Crimea, and add unrest to half of these cities in each area, rounded down. Poland gains 1 military and 2 glory, you gain 1 military. Or the grand autonomy. Poland loses 2 stability, 8 ducats and 2 glory points. Wow, is that bad? Horrible, absolutely shocking news for Poland. 2 cards which are simply terrible. I guess one of them will not be triggered though, because there's a lot of cash on this card. So I'm pretty sure that, yeah, one of them will not be triggered. So that was the French, and it's Spain now. So let's see what they do. They are at war. So I guess they will simply draw a card. They're not under attack. Yeah, they're gonna draw a card, I guess. So this is convert, or they are, it says here, war, military. Okay, so they will do another military action that costs them 2 cubes. A card is discarded. And I assume they will probably move the army back into Lombardy. Let's see. So because the army size of Spain is not quite double the size of the Austrians, they will spend 2 cubes to recruit that last guy there, which is good news for Austria. Okay, so he moves in here. And now they will actually... Now the problem is, can they cross the water? I don't think so. There is no ship there, so there is no connection. I think they can't do it. So what happens then? Hostile units, including naval bridge, less than 2 spaces away. No, can place a ship that would help, and has not placed a ship this turn. Yes. Okay, so that's something they gotta do then. They bring an additional ship into play. That's even better for them. There we go. And now they can move there. So that's what we see. But only with up to 9 units. So I guess 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So these 3 turned around. Okay, and now That does not trigger a battle. Yeah, okay, so now we see these guys moving here, and that ends the turn. The English will spend a cube. They don't have a lot of options left. I mean, they could, they might actually take the brilliant rebel commander. This gives them a lot of cash. I think these are $8. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, these are $8. I'm simply going to take this card. So brilliant rebel commander, it doesn't really help. Requires 5 or more rebels in your realm. That doesn't help at all. All rebels on the move. Move all rebels in any one area to any area adjacent by land. So there are no rebels left on the board. So this card has no effect except that it gives the player a really great income. So that's that's pretty awesome, obviously. So the English now have $10 here. It's really nice. Okay. And then it's Austria. So they are under attack, therefore, although they only have 3 cubes left, I'm pretty sure they still do something. Yeah, they're gonna go to defend, spend a cube, and we'll see what they do. Okay, so again, we have to roll a die. I ended up here. So let's see what the bot does. That's a 4 again, so they do again a spy action, which is really clever because this is something that might distract the Spanish from sieging these areas. So maybe, if they are very lucky, Austria could survive that with just doing spy actions. I mean, they could save these provinces. That would be great. So again, we force the Spanish to roll the rebel dice. Okay, wow, that was a crazy roll. 2 rebellions and a cube. Really, really bad news for Spain here. And then there are 2 more dice to roll. Okay, that's nothing. But 2 rebellions is definitely a problem. So I think again the Spanish they might place them in a core province. So yeah, I'm not quite sure where though. Probably no, Leon. What is this? This should not be here. That was up here. Yeah, I bumped against the table yesterday and wow. Okay, so I think I might actually place it here. I don't really know, but I'm gonna do it here. So we got a rebellion going on there. Bad news for Spain, but maybe that saves Austria because the Spanish army might consider taking care of the rebels instead of sieging the cities in Lombardy. So, and we go back to the Poles. Yeah, they now realize, okay, there is a big issue here, right? And so I guess what they do is they will actually simply, let me see. What the Poles will do, they will hire a few more troops. They see there's a couple of ugly things to expect there. So they're going to take one loan. I don't want to go too much into depth. And then I'm going to hire 3 more units. And I'm kind of hoping that I will face the Khmelnytsky uprising. Khmelnytsky. I think that's not as bad as the Russian expansion, but I don't know. We'll see. And then it's Turkey again. They're going to spend a cube. And they will attack Rhodes now. They can simply take this army, 1, and then they can do this. They can't. It's not that easy, actually. Shit. I can do a naval bridge, but I can only transport 3 units. I wonder if I should leave. Maybe it's worth it. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to leave 2 units behind here. I guess that's okay. And then I'm going to move 1. And this is then my naval bridge here. I got a ship in the Adriatic, 2 ships here. And I'm going to attack Rhodes. And I guess that's good enough. I hope so, at least. I got 3 units. That should do it. So, yeah, I will attack now. I could include my leader. Is it worth it? It's unlikely. They only got a single unit, so screw it. Okay, I destroyed them, and they will fight back. Okay, so they destroy 1 of my units because they only have 1. So that was no big deal. Shit, I don't know where that was. I think it was in the middle. And that's it. I destroyed the army of Rhodes. So no. And then next turn I can do a siege there. The French will use another cube. Diplomacy cube and a cube of the naval traditions. And by the way, the Turks get the cube back. To do another exploration action. So let's see. That's a 3. That's not good. Let's see. I mean, they could. Well, they could find Papua. Maybe I'm gonna go with that. Let's see. Does the skull mean? I think the skull means I have to spend another diplomacy cube. I'm gonna spend another diplomacy cube. So I guess not triggering the civil war in England was worth it. And simply place here a claim at Papua. And that's it. The Spanish. So let's see. Will they try to fight the rebels, or will they siege? So they are under attack, which means they go to the defend action. There is an area, and that's the thing. They got 2 cubes left and an army in the area where they can siege provinces. So now we get a roll. On a 1 to 4 they will siege. On a 5 or 6 they will go back and fight the rebels. And again, the distraction strategy of Austria has worked out. They will actually move back and fight the rebels. Incredible. Very lucky for Austria. And you could say it was clever play if it's not a bot. Okay, and then we have a land battle here. We got 2 units. So the Spanish lose another one. They destroyed the army though. And I think actually Austria got away with it, because now the Spanish only have 3 cubes left. And that means they will not start another action or draw another card. I think at that point they will simply pass. So we get a white piece between Austria and Spain. And that was super lucky for Austria. That kept them a little bit in the game. So the English will try an exploration. And their goal is to discover one of the areas in North America. So they need a 2 or a 3. Oh, darn, that was the wrong die here. Ah, that's a 2. That's okay, actually. So they spend another diplomacy cube, and then they get a claim. And they can now discover by land the Great Lakes. Okay, nice. And that's that. Austria is, let's see. I think they pass. I'm not totally sure though, but I think so. Austria will pass. They're not directly under attack. They don't have 4 cubes left. And they already picked an event. So they will... Oh no, actually they did not pick an event yet. I didn't realize that. So that's what they're going to do then. They're going to grab an event. So let's see. We simply roll a die, if I find it. Oh yeah, there it is. That's a 5. So let's see, is an own event revealed? No. And they're also not at war with an opponent whose event is revealed, so they're going to take the leftmost event. So yeah, they're going to go with the Russian imperial expansion. That gives them an additional cube because there was a lot of money. And it is an opponent's event, so they're going to resolve option B on the event, probably. And that might actually be not that bad for the Poles. Let's find out. As the bot picks B if it cannot hit opponent towns with A. And it also says, the card says, you lose a cube. So the bot actually has to pay a cube for that, which is a little bit strange, but okay. And they will pick A, because they will be able to hit the towns there. 3 unrest and 9 rebels in an area adjacent by land to either Karelia, Moscow, so it has to be a single area, I guess, and Ryazan or Astrakhan. Okay, so let's see where that is. So we got Moscow and Ryazan, that is here. Astrakhan is down here. And Karelia, yeah, no, maybe it's not that bad. It seems like only Eastern Ukraine is actually possible. Yeah. So this is the only city. So they're gonna, and we also get unrest here, I assume. And then they're gonna place 9 rebels there. Yeah. That's a lot. Also disloyal vassals. Now I'm pretty sure nobody is actually affected by this. Let's have a quick look here. Venice, no problem. There's a lot of influence by Austria. Does anybody else even have? Yeah, I mean, here we have Lithuania, but we got a marriage. And over here, Scotland, we also have a cube. So I think that's it. Nobody else has any vassals. Oh yeah, Provence by France, but we also got some cubes in here. So no problems here. No secondary effects of that event. That brings us now back to Poland, and they have luckily now some time left to deal with this attack. Well, let's see what we got. Do we have a nice card or something? Not really. Ah, yes, actually I can, you know what? I'm gonna hire a general. That will be helpful. Yeah. I'm gonna bring this general into play. That costs me 2 cubes, but I'm okay. I'm not short on cubes at all. So that's just perfectly fine for me. And then I'm gonna pay a cube, move in here, and hope that I'm gonna be able to destroy the rebels with General John. It gives me 3 extra dice. So let's see if the rebels do have a general too, and they don't. So that's good. So let's see. We attack. Could have been pretty brutal if they had one. So we have a smaller army, but we have a cavalry, and we got the general. So I think there's good odds that we can win that. Okay, so that's 4 hits against the rebels. I'm gonna put them aside here. They're gonna fight back. Oh God, they killed my general. Holy shit, that was bad. So I'm gonna lose 2, and they killed my general. No, that's actually not true. They wounded the guy. Yeah, he can still fight on. He's just wounded. Okay, not the best start. Let's see. Let's remove these guys. Okay, and a second attack. Okay, that was okay. 4 more hits. So that brings them down to only a single unit. I'm pretty confident we can destroy them. Oh boy, 3 hits. Shit. That's expensive. I mean, that cost me a lot of resources. And okay, now we gotta only got 2 left, a cavalry and a standard unit, but we still got our leader. Okay, I mean that's already good enough. So yeah, we managed to destroy the last guy, and then let's see. Okay, we lose 1. Okay, so yeah, that happens when you attack Western Ukraine or Eastern Ukraine, I guess. And we have a pretty bloody, expensive battle, but in the end, the Poles won. So that gives them their cube back. The general is wounded, but still able to fight. And yeah. That's it. So, the Turks, they siege Rhodes, play a cube, and now simply occupy the island here. Oh, we can bring one of these down there. Okay. There we go. Good. Oh man, I'll just leave it there. Who cares? Okay. The French, I think they simply go with another naval exploration. So they're going to spend another cube and another naval tradition. The card goes away. Maybe they're actually going to take it back. They could do that. So that means they will roll the die again and we'll see what happens. Okay, that's a 1. And again, that allows them to place a claim, Mali, Gold Coast or Benin. So they want that. So they're going to place a claim in one of these. So let's go to Benin now. Okay. So the Spanish, they will pass because although they are at war and they didn't achieve anything and they are definitely superior, at the moment they're not under attack, they cannot siege, they have no colonists, they spend more than they have left, they have not 4 cubes left, although they are at war, they already picked an event, that means they're gonna pass. So they're the first one to pass, that gives them 2 additional cubes. And then it's Britain. Will they do another exploration action? They could, but if that goes wrong, if they roll a cube or something, if they roll a skull, they're fucked. So I think I don't want to take that risk. Instead, do I want to do anything? No, I don't think so. I might as well just take the cash, and I could pay back the loan. I wonder if that's something I want to do. So maybe, I don't know. I'm really not sure if I want to pay back the loan. The thing is, I got a card which is, but I don't know. But on the other hand, I'm kind of eager to do this stuff. Do I have a subjugate card? Not really. Maybe I can get one though. Yeah, there is one. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, let's do this. No, I don't have a... Oh, yeah, I have a couple of cards. I can do that. So that's pretty awesome. I'm going to throw away 2 cards. That gives me a cube. So I can do this. I can do this change focus action. I don't change anything, but I can spend this and I can spend $2. And then I can get me the subjugate card by discarding 2 other cards. And I want to subjugate Scotland at some point, or I want to annex Scotland at some point. So this is something that will definitely help me. Cool. Okay, so that's that. Austria will also pass. It's interesting that the 2 bots are the first to pass. So that gives them another cube. And they got away with it. They didn't lose anything. Super lucky for them. Really lucky. Poland, well, they also managed to survive the invasion. They might actually spend a cube to repair some unrest here. And yeah, and maybe another one to get rid of this one. And then they are okay. Turks spend a cube to siege Ankara, and that gets rid of the rebel town. The French, well, they might as well do another. Do they want to do another exploration? Well, you know what? Actually, I'm thinking I will also change the focus. Not sure if I want to play around with my... Well, I could. I got a lot of cards here. The French will spend... They will discard 2 cards. They will grab the naval traditions. They didn't also change anything here. I think that they're okay there. So they grab the naval traditions. And guess that's it for them this turn. Now the Spanish already passed. England, yeah, there's nothing left for them to do. So they will also pass. Gives them $2. Poles passed, and the Austrians. The Poles, they still got a couple of, well, I guess they're gonna spend a cube, get rid of the unrest here in Chemigrova. Okay, and yeah. Then we have the Turks. I don't know. I mean, is there anything they want to do? What is that? Well, that says Universalis 2 of Crete, Cyprus, Malta. And they could try to attack Cyprus, but they don't have a claim there, so that doesn't work out. I think the Turks are also ready to pass. Yeah. They could pay back. They're gonna pay back a loan. And then they will simply pass. And that gives them $1. The end of the turn is triggered. Again, Austria will score points for controlling the papacy. That is crazy. And the Austrians are not doing that bad, even though, I mean, they were lucky as hell because they could have lost the cities here in Lombardy, but they didn't. And, you know, they are still scoring points. They converted an area which gave them, I think, 2 points. They will score 3 points for controlling the papacy. So overall, they scored 5 points this turn, which is more than, I think, anybody else. That is just insane. Okay, so that was Turkey. France, well, is there something they still want to do? God, they still have a... That's not going to be enough. They only have 1 action left. What does this do here? That also was... That's also a result from me bumping against the table. There should be some province. Oh, that might have been a... Yeah, I think I kind of... that kind of like that. That was this larger province, yeah. Okay, so the French, I don't know. I mean, they could spend a cube. Yeah, I think I want to do at least that. I'm going to spend a military cube to get rid of the unrest here in Paris. Or maybe maybe better that one. I don't want to lose that. Or is that a core province? No, it isn't. So we're going to leave Paris in unrest and instead repair Picardy there. I don't want to get these guys. I don't want an independent province there. Okay, so the Poles, I think they did their last action. No, did they? Wait a minute. Do they have one action left? I think they do. So they're going to spend... No, that's it. They are done here. There's no more unrest. I think they're okay. So that means they simply will also pass, and the French will also pass. So we're done. We're through the turn. So that was not a terribly exciting turn, to be honest. In contrast to the last one, where we've seen a lot of action, this massive war here in the center of Europe. But, you know, everybody had to take a breath, kind of try to consolidate themselves a little bit. The French really should have, they simply forgot about that. That was a mistake. I should have gotten rid of that. But okay, we've seen some exploration action, which is, I think, pretty cool. And apart from that, I guess the Austrians were really lucky the way that they got away with no further damage in the battle against Spain. So I'm at the peace resolution. Rhodes is captured by Turkey. They removed their claim, therefore there is no more unrest. And they managed to do this last Crusader bastion, the starting mission basically. Annex or vassalize Rhodes during peace resolution. Gain one galley and a claim in the Aegean archipelago or Cyprus. I guess I'm going to go for Cyprus here. And, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. The point is, I'm not sure. I'm going to check it. There is the Mediterranean supremacy. They want me to control Crete. Yeah, I think I want to go for Cyprus. Okay, and then, yeah, the galley. Okay, I can put that over there in my fleet. I don't really need that, but okay. That's it, I guess. And of course I get 2 points for this. Nice. Automatic white peace between Austria and Spain, which means they both lose a point and they have a truce now. By the way, I just realized there was one last card left here. So the Poles could take Jan II Casimir's. He is worse, but not much worse than this guy. And he is still healthy. Now I wonder if I have a good guy here. He's pretty much the same, or she. I don't know. I think actually. Oh, we want to hire a couple of advisors. I think this is actually something I forgot to do. I think I want to do that with a... Do I take this guy or not? I lose basically 1 cube. You know what? I lose a military cube. I think I'm going to take that guy. So this is my new king. And this guy goes away. Okay. And I'm going to hire a few advisors. So interestingly, the French are basically the only ones affected by religious dissent. The Turks can ignore it because they have the tolerance, and they only have a single province where there would be religious dissent. So for them there is no effect. The French, on the other hand, they take 3 unrest. So that's kind of painful there. Then let's see. The bots have the option. Yeah, the Austrians can remove an unrest because of their ideas. That gives them this ability. So that's that. I guess. And now we go to the rebel dice. So let's see. I think it's not going to be that bad, except for France maybe, and Spain might also suffer some consequences. But we had that a couple of times already. If you are a bot, it's usually not that bad. So let's start with Poland. I think they have no unrest at all anymore. Yeah, they're just totally fine. The Turks probably only here. So they lose a cube. I think I'm going to re-roll that. Okay, so there is no effect. Then, yeah, now it's France. So we start in Brittany. Okay, that costs them a cube. Let's get rid of this one. Seine. That's a guy, so that's not so bad. Aquitaine. $2. Okay, I can accept that. That could have been it. So that would not have been so bad, actually. No, that's okay. The cube was a little painful, but it could have been really worse. Spanish have to roll 5 cubes. Okay, we got another rebellion. We lose a cube. And let's roll again. Ah, we got a second rebellion, but 1 unrest goes away. I'm going to remove one of these here. And we lose a cube. We get 2 rebellions. We're going to trigger them both here in Aragon, where I got my army. So that shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so I lose a unit. No problems here. And England has no unrest at all. The Austrians also are fine. Okay, so I guess that wasn't too bad. So I did all the housekeeping, nothing too exciting there. And now let's have a look at the coming up event cards. So we have Ending the Stagnation. That is a Polish event. Sobieskian army reforms. Poland gains 2 military and 1 stability and may refresh half of the exhausted manpower. You may place a claim adjacent to Poland or limit the power of the Sejm Poland loses 2 stability, gains a military, and may research an idea at a discount of 4 cubes. Wow, that's tempting. Add 2 unrest to Polish city and 4 rebels in the area. You gain an admin. Well, I think we're going to go with that if the Polish can choose. And it comes with a excellent general, Jan III. This guy is fantastic. Military 4. I mean, this guy is just great. Then we have Protestants expelled. This is a French, and it's Louis the 14th, and this guy is also a fantastic king. Expel the traitors. France may change the religion of one of their areas to match their state religion and gain 2 victory points by adding unrest to 1 in this area and exhausting 2 manpower. If they have the tolerance idea, they lose it. Wow. You gain 1 military. Well, they don't have the tolerance idea, so they might actually go for that. Or have mercy. France loses a stability and 2 victory points. You gain a diplomacy. I guess they will expel the traitors if they get the choice there. And the last card is Decadent Government. All players with the constitutional monarchy idea gain 2 admin. Then all players must choose. Reform the government. For every full 10 ducats of tax income, you must pay 2 admin or lose 1 stability. That's tough. Or local autonomy. Add unrest to 5 of your provinces on non-core provinces or replace them with vassals. Lose 1 stability. Okay, I mean, this is really bad, right? Now there is the constitutional monarchy available that applies to Spain. So I'm not sure. Maybe someone else will try to get that, but I don't know. We'll see about that. Definitely some interesting cards here. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna load this up and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye.